Hello. Today I would like to tell you a story about Brian and his wife and the very grave, chilling tale of their house on the cliff. Brian and his wife owned a house on the edge of a cliff. It had a lovely view on the sea below, and they could always hear the waves crashing against the shore. They had 2 children who loved to play on the beach after school and splash around in the waves. They had been doing this since they could remember. But one thing that had become clear to them was slowly they seemed to be coming closer and closer to the sea. Recently, they had noticed a large area forming just under the house. It looked like a cave was forming there. Of course, we know this as a wave-cut notch. The kids didn't like to stay down there too late, as the waves seemed to be getting stronger and stronger, and when they crashed against the cliff face, they made huge booming sounds and caused large chunks of rock to fall down from above. This is of course called hydraulic power. They also didn't like the little bits of sand and sediment and shingle that were thrown up against them when the waves sprayed in against the beach. This is of course known as abrasion. A few days later, they noticed that little cracks were starting to form in the cliff, very close to the cave, otherwise known as Wave-Cut Notch. These cracks seemed to become larger each time the waves clashed against the rock. And each time the waves crashed against the rock, each time the waves crashed against the cliff face, more and more rocks started to fall down, and bigger chunks also started to fall. They would sometimes spend time looking for these rocks. However, they had no luck, as when they went searching, most of the time the rocks had already been taken away from the sea, by the sea. One night, while they were asleep, they awoke to the sound of the cliff falling. They didn't know quite what to do. But not only did the cliff fall, but so did half their house. They were fortunate enough that they weren't in the house at the time, and therefore were not killed. However, of course, they were mentally scarred for life, and of course their house was now only a half, which wasn't really enough to accommodate them. They looked down cliff face to what lay below them, and were greatly disappointed to see their house slowly being washed away along with most of the cliff. And this is the story of Brian and his wife and their house on the cliff.